had that third failure in a row, did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up. I mean, I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.
But there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight in the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult. Probably not the guy that most people would bet on.
Who wins?
It's like a little kid fighting a bunch of sumo wrestlers. Usually the sumo wrestlers win. We're a little scrappy company. Every now and again, a little scrappy company wins. And I think this will be one of them.
Everyone from the Doge community that's in here tonight, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Right at this moment, I want you to stop what you're doing. Even anything else you might be doing, we'll have in the stream. And I want you to look. I want you to look at that computer screen monitor or that TV screen in front of you with that thumbnail art and my voice coming through to you right now. And I want you to understand one big, simple, epic concept. We are going to win. We are going to win. We are going to win. We've got the Doge momentum. Can you dig it?
Maybe have some fun. I mean, it's like there's a good chance that crypto is the future currency of Earth. Right. And then it's like, well, which one is it going to be? Like, what would be the most ironic outcome? That the currency that was invented as a joke, in fact, becomes the real currency.
Right. Wow. No, absolutely. So, to the moon.
To the moon.
When you had that third failure in a row, did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up.
What's going on, guys? It's your man, Real Deal, Steele, coming to you live, and I'm experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties, but just as long as you can hear my voice coming through to you right now, that's what matters. Just hang in there, guys. I will be with you very shortly. Hopefully, I can get this figured out. I haven't had this kind of difficulty quite this way before, but just hang in there. I'm going to get the Doge chart up very shortly. I'm going to get my mug up there very shortly. But there's the Doge chart. Doge trading very well right now, might I add. And let me resize this so we can get more of it on the screen. Right now you're looking at a 15-minute chart of a lot of Doge momentum going on right now. The trading is absolutely off the charts, particularly for this time of night. Particularly for this time of night. Let me keep shrinking the chart down so we can get all those candles on the screen, if you know what I mean. And while we're doing that, I'm going to try, I don't know, I'm struggling to figure out why I'm not coming through on Discord. There we go. I think we're slowly figuring it out, gang. Slowly figuring it out. Thank you for your patience here. And don't worry, we're just rearranging, and we'll get it together before not too long, and I'm figuring out the puzzle as we're going along here, folks. Resizing my mug. Hang in there, gang. Hang in there. And we're almost there. We'll put that Doge chart right there. Everything is proportional. Everything is where it needs to be. Thank you for your patience, guys. Welcome to Steele Live. I'm, of course, Steele, and he kind of caught me flat-footed on the get here. I've been working literally 12, 15-hour days in my day job, so I think maybe that's getting to me a bit. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this special late night edition of Steele Live. It's great to have you with us. There are some monumental, epic things to cover tonight, and we are going to get down to all of them, boppers. So make yourself comfortable, whether it's a cocktail or chamomile or something in between, because we have a lot to be excited about and a lot of exciting stuff to cover tonight. Without any further ado, let's see who's active in the chat tonight. We've got the Zombie Doge Army. We got Jason L. We got Wildin' Out. We got Hector the Dude. We got Jeremy Abbott. We've got Emperor Doge. We've got Alan Schneider. We got Dingus Chubb. We've got Tim H. We've got Jason Huffman, of course. Dreams 420. Alvin coming in. And Mama Crypto, of course, as well. Great to see you guys. Great to see each and every one of you. As I said earlier, Doge is trading very strong right now, and there is a lot to be excited about. Right now, let's check it out, take a little bit of a deeper dive on the basics of what's happening with Doge over the last 24 hours here. So Doge up a little bit over 4% just over the last 24 hours. Showing some nice momentum, up about 1.5% over the last hour and a half. Currently trading about 1460. So yeah, now over the last week, Doge's trading modestly higher, although we are only Tuesday, of course, into this week at about 3% higher. Over the month, however, Dogecoin is up a whole almost 20%. And just a lot is happening right now that we could comfortably attribute what's going on right now in terms of seeing some nice momentum from Doge. First super chat of the night comes from somebody going by my name with a little bit of a different spelling. Thank you for the $2 super sticker to maybe it's what do you call that? Maybe it's my evil twin, Steele. Thank you for the super sticker, whoever you are. Appreciate it. Adorned, welcome. Frank, welcome. And if you haven't hit that like button, if you could just take a moment to do that, guys, really appreciate it. Also, if you're brand new here, you're watching Steele live, it's great to have you with us. We've got a great community here. Would love to have you be a part of it. So feel free to subscribe, hit all on that notification bell, and ascend with us to the moon, Mars, and beyond. For those of you who are on Twitter, if I could just ask you to do me a small favor, if you would consider retweeting this stream. I'm going to put the tweet to RT, the link to that in the chat right now. If I could just ask you to do that, and all that is a link showing that we are currently live. It can show your fellow community members and other folks in the community that we are live right now. Hugely appreciated. So, without any further ado, you guys, let's check out what has been going on, what has been transpiring. It's been at least a few days since I've gone live, and boy, oh boy, has a lot transpired since we last talked, gang. This is going to be a very Elon-centric show tonight, just simply because the things that are transpiring and the evolutions and where this is all going, I find incredibly fascinating, to epic proportions, and the potential impact that this could have on so many different things, and even on a societal level, is very difficult to even quantify how incredible that of the times that we apparently are finding ourselves in. Fox Business reporting Elon Musk reportedly setting up move for Twitter within 10 days. So as you guys recall, Elon Musk not so long ago made a pretty generous offer to buy out Twitter whole hand, and that was a failed attempt. It was turned down through what is being called a quote-unquote poison pill Twitter rule edition, that a new rule that just got added on, which forbade any one investor any one shareholder from making such a deal. Since then, Elon has been struggling and thinking, and perhaps even taking a little downtime on recalibrating what he was going to do next. Some people thought he was just going to leave it alone and move on to other things. Some people thought Elon Musk had simply been trolling this whole time and hasn't been serious with his intention for taking over Twitter. And other folks, like myself, think that he is being serious and that he has been recalibrating for a plan B. Now we have overwhelming confirmation that alludes to that is what is happening. So Elon Musk reportedly setting up move on Twitter within 10 days. Elon Musk, get this, you guys, is willing, and this is news, confirmed news as of 2 or 3 hours ago, so it's very fresh news. Elon Musk is willing to invest up to $15 billion in his own cash to take Twitter private and make a bid within 10 days, according to Tuesday's report. The New York Post reported Tuesday that Musk, with 9.1% stake in the social media company, has tapped, get this, you guys, Morgan Stanley to help raise with the additional $10 billion. Wow. Musk's massive $43 billion bid to purchase the company may require borrowing against both the company and his stock, in addition to raising money from private equity investors. The estimated 10 to 15 billion Musk is reportedly willing to invest is well above his roughly 3.4 billion stake in the company. The sources told the Post that the co-investors will collectively have more equity in Twitter, but Musk will remain the single largest shareholder. Co-investors will reportedly finance a hostile tender directly to Twitter's shareholders, which happens when outside investors' ambitions to take over another company do not have management's approval or blessing. Now, I want to focus on the term hostile tender. Hostile tender, a phrase unfamiliar to most of us until a short time ago. So what is a hostile tender? The definition of a hostile tender offer is an offer to purchase shares of a corporation made directly to the shareholders of a target company, bypassing the target's company's management. So this, I believe, is exactly what Elon Musk is up to. He's going to take this offer to purchase shares directly made to its shareholders, and therefore bypassing Twitter's management. And this is really particularly interesting when we take a look at Elon's most recent tweets on his timeline, of course. Now, it was just one day ago that Elon, or not one day ago, a few days ago. So this has been in the works in his mind for a few days now. So on April 16th, Elon tweeted, "Love me tender." And I have to admit, I didn't quite know what that was alluding to. But now we know. We know exactly what he was hinting at there. And in truly Elon fashion, this was a very cryptic, telling tweet at the time, which is now we can see the confirmation of what that was about the whole time. And so much has transpired in the last few days. Now, Elon Musk tweeting less than 2 hours ago, another cryptic message, tweeting a blank is the night. Blank is the night. What does that mean? Dogecoin is the night. Tesla is the night. Tender is the night. I think it's probably Tender is the night. And I think basically a tender hostile takeover is underway as we speak right now, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I believe, and I think it's going to be a very, very wild week, particularly when tomorrow, well, technically right now it is 420. And we all know that there's three numbers that Elon is particularly fond of. That's 4, and it's 20, and it's 69, and tomorrow is 2 out of 3 of those. I don't think he's going to let this date go to waste in terms of leveraging it for a landmark date for some sort of announcement or some sort of power play. What's going to transpire tomorrow in that regard remains to be seen, but I think something will transpire. Furthermore, tomorrow is Doge Day. Tomorrow is unofficially Doge Day. I also want to caution Dogecoin investors and community members to not put any expectation on any severe ascendance in market value on Doge Day. In the past, Dogecoin doesn't really move when people in the community are trying to have some sort of official hype day for it. It doesn't really work out that way, particularly when you look at how big the market cap of Dogecoin is. It's very difficult to have pump days, So just enjoy Doge Day. If you celebrate Doge, just, meme till your heart's content and just enjoy it. But don't put any big market value expectations on it. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat here. And the chat is alive. The chat is alive. Alvin says Doge Elon Mars up 40%. Well, good. Yeah, I don't really follow Doge Elon Mars, but I know a few of you guys are holders, and so I wish you guys all the best and prosperity on the project. Alan says he gave a pretty serious offer. Yeah, I think I bought just for fun. I think I put in like $200 worth of Doge Elon Mars months ago, but then I lost almost all of it. But then when it came back enough where I was like a little above breaking even, I just cashed out. John, thank you for the $2 super chat, John. Appreciate it. Thank you for this $2 super sticker. Yeah, so wild stuff going on, and there is a lot to be excited about, ladies and gentlemen. Dogecoin, the volume is still up pretty significantly. The wall right now seems to be right around 14.6. If Dogecoin can manage to make it past 14.6, I think that's the most. It seems that that's the most resistance it's facing right now. If it can blow past this around this 14.6 level, I think the probability of breezing to 15 cents will be much higher. Anyway, back to what Fox Business was saying. If any shareholder accumulates 15% stake in the company in a purchase not approved by the board of directors, other shareholders will get the right to buy additional shares at a discount, diluting roughly 9.1% Musk's recently purchased. And this dilution of shares is, in my opinion, a very dubious attempt by Twitter management to thwart Elon Musk. But don't doubt the Musk, don't doubt the Doge. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Musk is likely 2 steps ahead on this. We could very well see Elon Musk even team up with perhaps someone like Peter Thiel or Jack Dorsey, where they max out their 15% stakes of the company and band together for essentially what would amount to a hostile takeover. Speaking of Jack Dorsey, wow, Jack Dorsey just unleashing a series of tweets slamming Twitter's board of directors very candidly and in no uncertain terms, really disparaging and slamming the Twitter's board of directors, going so far as to call it one of the weakest points and most unfortunate aspects of Twitter, and even went on to suggest that he was muzzled as the CEO to speak out against it. So Jack Dorsey in total rebellion right now since he stepped down as CEO and feeling very liberated and seemingly backing Elon Musk in his endeavors as it relates to Twitter. So I think that there's a fair probability we could see a pairing, a teaming up between Jack Dorsey and Elon Musk to take over Twitter. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I think that is definitely on the table. Definitely on the table. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Doge Elon Mars, guys, but those of you who are invested in the token, I'm happy for you. And for those of you who aren't familiar, that's an ERC20 meme token that launched. I don't know, what about 7-8 months ago. Someone says I put my life savings into Dogecoin. Isn't much since I don't have much of a life. Well, hang in there, John. A lot of this slow and steady wins the race. A lot of times, it's my personal feeling that Dogecoin is an excellent long-term investment, and most of us are long-term holders here. And sometimes the best thing you can do when you're invested in a solid project with solid utility and a team behind it, and a great community, is just forget about it. Just forget about it. And you know what I mean. Don't literally forget about it, but in terms of wanting to trade it or mess with it, sometimes it's best just to let it ride really long term. And I think I've talked about this many times, but it's just as long as the majority of your portfolio are occupied with high utility, high market cap coins with solid teams, you're not going to get those necessarily these 1000x, these 1000x sort of gains particularly, but you are reducing your risk. You are reducing your risk, and holding over a long period of time definitely puts you in the highest probable category, in my opinion, to end up in the win column at the end. Mr. Kylin, good to see you in the mix. Tim thinks that the Dorsey partnership would be unlikely. I don't think it's terribly unlikely, personally. Now, I'm not saying that Dorsey's going to be like Elon's right-hand man or anything like that, but it wouldn't surprise me if he played a role in what is beginning to transpire. So, Let me see. Let's go back to my notes here, and what else do we got going on? Of course, CNN has an entirely different spin on this. CNN Business reporting today, just tonight. Tesla shareholders tried to get Elon Musk to just stop. Elon Musk wants everyone to believe he really did have the money secured to take Tesla private back in 2018, but a group is suing him over the claim that he didn't have it and that the SEC and the federal judge agree. Musk is making the claims as he faces a shareholder lawsuit and now infamous tweet, which he said he had funding secured at the same time. He's also bidding to take on another tech company, Twitter private. A source of funds has yet to disclose. Of course, most of the legacy media, mainstream media, does not want to see Elon Musk take over Twitter. Essentially, Twitter is the de facto public square. So, even though Twitter isn't the most popular social media company out there, it is the go-to for journalists and their ilk, right? So essentially, many times, Twitter, as ridiculous as it sounds, has a very significant role in controlling and sculpting a national narrative, national conversations. And they know this. The folks in power know this. So when Elon Musk comes along and wants to expand free speech, he wants a much fairer algorithm. He wants a transparent algorithm, one that's out in the open. Well, this scares the daylights out. This is making them incredibly nervous. This goes against, this flies in the face and shoots fear down the spines of all their objectives and agenda that they have been working so hard for over the last several years. So I obviously wish Elon the best. I hope he is successful in taking Twitter private. Look, I agree with some of the skeptics in the regard that it is kind of scary. It is kind of unnerving that a strong defense of free speech and trying to get an algorithm that's not rigged against it falling in the hands and the decision of a solo billionaire. That is unnerving. That is a bit scary. But what other choice do we have, people? What other option do we have? Elon Musk is the only man on the planet that is equipped and resourced and has the fortitude and perspective to be able to take this all on. And that's where we're at. Sliding Edge coming with a $5 super chat. Hope he changes the name to Twitter Musk, the essence of free speech. The essence of free speech. Yes, indeed. Thank you for that, Sliding Edge. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Let's keep going on this, guys. NDTV also reporting tonight, Elon Musk to invest $15 billion of his own money to buy Twitter. Folks, again, this is new news as of tonight. It is confirmed that Elon Musk is willing to invest up to $15 billion of his own money to buy Twitter. And Elon Musk has tapped Morgan Stanley to raise another $10 billion in debt, according to the report. Elon Musk is willing to invest between $10 billion and $15 billion of his own money to take Twitter Inc. private. The New York Post reported on Tuesday evening, citing two familiar sources with the matter. Elon, who is Twitter's second biggest shareholder now with 9.1% stake, is planning to launch a tender offer in about 10 days. Okay? And Remy is also excited about this offer, as you can hear in the background, and I don't blame her. So this offer is estimated to launch in 10 days, guys. The tender offer, right? Love me tender, as Elon said on the 16th. Twitter has declined to comment. Tesla did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for a comment from Musk. The social media company adopted a poison pill last week to protect itself from Musk's $43 billion buyout. Now, why? Why wouldn't Twitter accept Elon's offer for $43 billion? A very generous offer, considering Twitter has been trading sideways. It hasn't gone anywhere in the last decade as far as its share stock value. Until Elon invested $9 billion. Then we saw quite a spike. Now we're seeing it be challenged again in the face of uncertainty. Okay, in the face of uncertainty. I think that could turn around very quickly, and I think hands down, Twitter stock will just absolutely go bonanza if there's enough to show, given investors and everyone else enough confidence to show that this thing is going in the direction of privatization under the leadership of Elon Musk. Many investors and analysts and investment bankers expect Twitter's board to reject Musk's offer in coming days, saying it's inadequate. And that's exactly what happened with the first one. And it doesn't make sense on paper, considering shareholders would have made out very handsomely in terms of profit, way more profits than they had seen over the last 10 years. Now, this just goes to show that the people in charge, the management at Twitter, it's for them, it's not just about money either. It's about controlling the power, controlling the narrative, controlling essentially the news. I've talked about this at length, but Twitter's algorithm it's a very rigged game. It's a very rigged game full of winners and losers that are dictated by the current thing, whatever that is. They're dictated by the current whims and opinions and perspectives of Twitter's staff responsible for such things. I'm not even just talking politics. I'm talking about just even interests and hobbies that they don't care for or don't think should get as much attention. So this isn't an organic process. If somebody's content is starting to really pick up steam and they don't particularly care for you or your opinions or perspectives, they will throttle, they will thwart, they will shadow ban, they'll ghost ban, and all sorts of other things, which I think is incredibly depressing and unethical and immoral, in my opinion. And Elon Musk, I think he understands the gravity of that, judging by his recent statements. And I think he wants to really turn that around. I think he wants to make dramatic changes in that regard. Again, Elon Musk talking about opening up the algorithm for public viewing. I think sunlight is the best disinfectant. And from what I could see, Elon Musk is wholeheartedly embracing that concept, particularly as it relates to Twitter. Now, let's see what's going on in the chat. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Bang Stun, good to see you, sir. Anyone else I missed? I think everyone else that's hanging out. Guys, if you're new here, you're watching Steele Live. I'm Steele. It's great to have you with us tonight. Of course, the theme of tonight's show is Elon's new plan to take over Twitter. Also, Dogecoin seems to be rising and could be poised for another very major breakout soon. We'll go over that shortly. Guys, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button, if I could just ask you to do that. It's the number one thing you can do to help the channel out. It takes a split second of your time. Doesn't cost you a dime. So if you haven't done that already, please smash that like button. Xavier, welcome as well. Good to see you in the mix. Now, next up here, let's go to my next story, Morning Glory. It's from Benzinga. Dogecoin creator says Jack Dorsey is one Bitcoin maxi he likes. Who could they be talking about? Well, it's none other than co-creator Billy Marcus. Has explained why he likes and respects Jack Dorsey despite not having met him personally. What happened? Musk expressed his opinion about Dorsey in response to podcaster Lex Friedman calling the former Twitter CEO a good human being. There are a few Bitcoin maxis who I like, are earnest and based, and Jack is one of those guys, said Billy Marcus. I like Jack a lot. There's a few Bitcoin maxis who are, I'm just repeating. They're just repeating what he said. And then Billy went on to say, there's more reasons why I respect him, but that's just me trying to express, like, even if I don't see eye to eye fully, he's earnest and true to himself. I respect that. Marcus added that Dorsey was exceptional with a strong vision and does not blow smoke to please people. I think he's one of those exceptional people who can see things broader and differently than others and have a strong vision that people can follow. So anything that comes from Jack, it's not blowing smoke to please people. He comes from a place of truth. I can't say I would have agreed with these statements from Billy up until the last few months since Jack Dorsey has stepped down from CEO of Twitter. But we've really seen a different side to Jack not previously seen since Jack Dorsey stepped down as CEO of Twitter. And he's become much more comfortable with himself, and he seems to be finding his voice. And perhaps that's part of the reason why Jack stepped down in the first place, is so he could express how he really feels about these things. And I have to say, Jack Dorsey's recent trajectory and the things that he has been expressing, I've been very impressed and relieved by. And I feel like he's had perhaps had a change of heart. I feel like it was an instrumental role in creating this monster, and now that the monster is clearly out of control and clearly out of his control, he's trying to fight him. He's trying to fight it. And better late than never, and kudos to Jack and for speaking out. Now, FX Street reporting, Dogecoin price prediction. Doge bound for a 70% breakout. Wowie zowie, guys. And it goes on to give some technical analysis as to why. And they're predicting a 70% breakout on Dogecoin within the next month. I certainly think it's a probability, especially considering everything going on here. I think Remy agrees with me. She is super excited about this new Dogecoin breakout, and she wanted to just get in on here and express her enthusiasm for this, and also say hi to you guys. Isn't that right, Remy? Remy, do you think Dogecoin's going to break out? Yeah, I think she thinks that she thinks Dogecoin's ready for a huge breakout, particularly with that stoic look on her face right now and her enthusiasm. Is Dogecoin going to break out? Yep. See you guys. She called it. Okay, good girl. Remy, here we go again. Remy, the unofficial co-host, Remy, has to make her scene, has to make her cameo. I came across this article today. I thought it was pretty cool. Acceptance of Dogecoin is on the rise as more corporations, even countries, take on Doge. This came from PR Newswire. A new law is giving hope in the Ukraine to gain even more donations, officially legalizing transactions, etc., including Bitcoin into Dogecoin. And then it goes on to say how in Hello Pal International made history, became the first listed company focused on Doge mining, etc. And it just goes on to basically tell and show a lot of various examples how Dogecoin has really just been picking up steam in its ascendance and mass adoption, more so than any other digital currency on the market. And Remy, of course, is really excited about that, just has to express herself in that regard too. Let me go to the next story, because this one is, I think, pretty hilarious and epic. More volatile than Bitcoin. Netflix shares plunge to 25%. Wow. Can you call Remy, please? More volatile than Bitcoin. Netflix shares a plunge of 25%. The streaming service stock price took a major hit after releasing disappointing user members, making some in the cryptocurrency cry foul at the volatility. This is pretty wild. The stock market has once again made crypto look stable by comparison, with the Netflix stock price dropping 25% in after-hours trading. So how and why did this happen? Well, I think it had a lot to do with Elon Musk. Now, what does Elon Musk have to do with Netflix? Well, I'll tell you, folks. We're going to go to his timeline right now because this is pretty amusing. Because this significant drop in Twitter stock happened very closely after Elon Musk tweeted this thing. And I'm about to tell you guys what it is. I'm frantically scrolling down his timeline. And I'm still frantically. He's talking about. Elon often refers to wokeism as a mind virus, right? And Elon tweeted something to the degree he may have deleted it now. It looks. That's why I think he has deleted it. But he said, and I'm paraphrasing a bit. He said that Netflix has become unwatchable thanks to the woke mind virus. And shortly thereafter, Twitter stock tanks 25%. I mean, I have a kind of like a love-hate relationship with Netflix. I subscribe, then I cancel it for a long time, and then I finally see a couple shows that I think are worth my time, and I'll get back on. But he's not wrong there. It really has the woke mind virus has absolutely permeated Netflix pretty significantly. Here's another interesting tweet from Elon Musk. Now, this comes from Mark Anderson. Mark tweeted this. I predict essentially identical censorship deplatforming policies all across the layers of the legacy internet stack, client-side versus server-side ISPs, cloud platforms, CDNs, payment networks, client OS, browsers, email clients, with only rare exceptions. The pressure is intense, Mark says, to which Elon Musk responds, extremely concerning. Who is pushing the censorship deplatforming, very shadowy, to which Mark responded, overheard in Silicon Valley, resting moral superiority face. Elon Musk responding with laugh emojis. So Elon really making freedom of speech and transparent social media algorithms a strong priority and passion for him. And you got to love to see it. I mean, I personally do. Maybe not everyone agrees, but I think this is a much needed battle to have out. And I hope Elon is victorious in it, personally. So I thought that was very, very interesting. Now, Daily Wire reporting. This I'm going to dovetail off of this perfectly. They're reporting on this very story. Get woke, go broke. Elon Musk says woke mind virus makes Netflix unwatchable as shares plummet more than 20%. Elon Musk pinned a drop in Netflix's share prices on the woke mind virus, which makes the streaming service unwatchable Tuesday night. Netflix reported on Tuesday as it lost 200,000 subscribers in the first quarter of 2022, while bracing for 2 million lost subscribers in the second quarter. Shares of the company dropped more than 20% in after-hours trading after that tweet, guys. After that tweet. Daily Wire also reporting back to this essentially what is shaping up to be Elon Musk's plan B on taking over Twitter. The headline is Musk's new complex plan to take over Twitter is underway. Cryptic tweet reveals move is coming along next week. This appears to be a slight change in Musk's plans, as he stated in an SEC filing that he was offering to buy 100% of Twitter for $54.20 per share in cash. Sources told New York Post that Musk is now willing to put up between 10 and 15 billion of his own money. The report said that 20 billion of the financing will come from outside investors who combined will own more stock than Musk, while Musk would remain the single largest shareholder. I think this is the highest probable scenario on how Elon Musk may be able to take over Twitter. I think Musk will likely invest around 15 billion, and that 20 billion in additional, that's essentially support Musk ascending to the leadership role there, will be invested, which would give a dramatic shift in power and priority over Twitter. I would say that's probably the highest probable scenario. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Dogecoin of the Moon says Elon Musk is a living legend. Chi-Chi, welcome. Guys, if you haven't smashed that like button, if you could just take a second to do that, appreciate it. Captain Jack says, my wife isn't doing too well with her cancer, so not much time nowadays. Captain Jack, no explanation needed. I send my prayers and sincere thoughts to you and your wife going through this time right now. And I will be believing for a healing for your wife, and I hope things look up for you guys. But either way, just know that we're always here for you, no matter what you're going through over there, Captain Jack. And wish you and your wife the best, and take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. But we'll always be here for you. Xavier says, if Netflix starts to accept Doge, I may reconsider a resub and be able to watch my future Cybertruck. So something to consider, and I think it's fair to consider this, right? Today technically is 420. We are right off the heels of Cyber Rodeo, in which there was this amazing, astounding, mind-blowing, like sky drone show that featured these sky drones forming various Tesla vehicles, including a Cybertruck. And right after that came the form of the Doge Shiba Inu mascot. Okay? Right after that. Pretty cool. Also very telling, in my opinion. You can't get a much stronger signal, in my opinion, that Tesla is getting ready to fully accept and integrate Dogecoin than that. I think that was a very strong signal made to the world at Cyber Rodeo. Now, we are fresh off the heels of Cyber Rodeo. Going into this on 420, could we see Tesla accept Dogecoin tomorrow, technically today, 420 of 2022? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I am saying that it wouldn't surprise me, and that it is definitely probable. So we will see what this next 24 hours reveals, guys, but it could be really wild, really quick, and I will be on top of it as much as I can, bringing you the latest and greatest. Jason Hubman coming in with a $50 to make you holler. I love it. Thank you so much for the generous super chat, Jason. Thank you for helping keep the lights on over here at Steele HQ. Remy thanks you as well. Agree with Mama Crypto. He says, can we have a Remy sticker to use? Thanks for the show, Steven. Thank you for the reminder again. I need it with all the things swimming around in my head and priorities. I am going, and Jason, feel free to DM me just a reminder about that, because I would love to make a Remy sticker emoji for the members, and I will get that done this week, but just make sure, feel free to DM me a reminder to get it done. I think that's an awesome idea. Let's see here. Tim says, I'm like 20 minutes from Sugarland. Are you serious? Yes. Dojapalooza is happening at Sugarland, you guys. At Sugarland. So, Tim, if you're that close to Sugarland, yeah, get your butt on over there. Dojapalooza is about to go down. I'm unable to make it for professional reasons, business reasons. I just got too much I have to take care of here on the home front. But I wish I could be there, and definitely something I'm seriously looking at attending the next year. Yeah, but Sugarland, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. I think there's so much to be excited about. Again, I do believe that we are looking at a paradigm cultural sea shift, sea change, pretty much led by Elon Musk and his allies. I would consider many in the Dogecoin community to be part of that coalition. And the establishment is scared because they've never felt threatened enough by somebody who has the resources enough to even give them a run for their money. And here now we do in Elon Musk. In Musk, we trust. Not that I agree with everything Elon says, but like I said, I think he's our best shot towards accomplishing many of the objectives that we talk about here on the show. Yeah, I really don't have anything more to add to that. But yeah, Lil Mook is also performing at Dogepalooza. Coco, also, she works as a marketing director for Dogepalooza. Both of those folks were on this show just last week, a week ago. So, again, I want to thank all my guests who helped me celebrate the 1-year anniversary of this channel and community. If you missed those shows, please feel free to go in the archive. They're all there. It was 2 nights of magnificent guests. And we had Lil Mook, we had Coco, we had Nick Balls, we had several others as well. And then the night before that, we had Phil Hall on for the first time, and he was a really interesting, really great guest, and you guys seem to really enjoy him as well. I just also want to let you guys know that I'm working on bringing on guests a bit more frequently, so I got some of that stuff in the works. So yeah, right now, Dogecoin seems to be just kind of trading sideways, right at about 14.5 cents, but holding a new floor here as it seems, and we'll see where tomorrow takes us, guys. Things could get really wild style really quickly. We are living in exciting times. It's a great time to be alive. That's about all I have for tonight, guys. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. I will try not to be too long before my next stream. Maybe even making it tomorrow night. But until then, this is your man, Real Deal, Steele. Sign off. Thanks again, guys.